For me, it's about the law and people. How am I supposed to quantify the value of these things when I don't have evidence?
I'm sorry.
And how people can resolve their problems and just be better for it.
Justice with passion.
I always knew I was going to go into law because I tried to see everybody's point of view in an argument. You say one thing, she says another. So who am I to believe?
Justice with truth.
Either you make the decision or I make the decision. You won't like mine.
This is Justice for All with Judge Cristina Perez. Sinitra Wallace is suing Charles Wallace in the amount of $20,000. Ms. Wallace claims her grandmother left money for her college fund and says her father blew it on gambling, women, and travel, and she wants the money back.
Okay, Miss Wallace, you're suing your dad.
Yes, Your Honor.
Something new. Why are you suing him for $20,000?
I'm suing him for $20,000, Your Honor, for misappropriation of my college funds.
Misappropriation of your college funds. Okay, give me the facts.
Your Honor, I was raised by my father and his mother growing up, no mother in the picture, and I was very, very shy as I grew, and by the time I reached my sophomore year, my grandmother unexpectedly died. She did tell me to go to her dresser drawer and bring her back a letter, which read that I am entitled to $30,000 to go through college, and I should have a fund ready in place there. By the time I did get to college, there was little to no money left. Growing up, after she had given me knowledge of my funding account, I started cheerleading to get me out of my shell. We went on trips to Seattle for cheer camp. I went to my senior and junior trip to Rome and to...
Wow, Rome. Did the school pay for that?
No, Your Honor, my father did.
Okay.
Which were...
And cheerleading camp and all that stuff, who paid for all that?
My father, Your Honor.
Okay.
Growing up, I was enjoying these all these opportunities afforded to me. My father would attend some of them with me, and he eventually became too busy to go to anything. And all of a sudden, I did notice on his social media accounts, he had been spending a whole lot of money on just trips to the Bahamas, Atlantic City. He's a very avid gambler, and I didn't know where this money was coming from. I did notice that he suddenly had money and had all this money to spend after my grandmother had passed away. So
Do you know if your grandmother left him money?
Not that I know of, Your Honor. I believe he was left some money to get us by.
Okay.
But
does your dad work?
Yes, he does, Your Honor.
What do you do, Mr. Wallace?
I'm a mechanic, ma'am. Your Honor, I own my own shop.
Okay. And was that enough to provide for Sinitra all this time?
Yes. Since she's been 4 years old, she's been living with me and my mother in my family home.
Okay.
So
in your mother's home?
Yes.
Okay, so you raised her in the home that you grew up with?
My mother bought the house when I was about 25, so technically it wasn't the house I grew up in.
Okay.
But my mother bought the house at 25. When I was about 25, I was staying there before about 20. I was staying with her since I was about 22. Sinitra was born, and then about her mother and I didn't see eye to eye on things. Her mother, I don't like talking about. Your mother
decided to give Sinitra to you?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's a gift?
Yeah.
Let's not question that, right?
Right.
Okay, so then you raised her?
Yes. I started working at a mechanic shop. I saved up. I learned the business. I learned the trade, and I opened up my own shop.
Good for you.
And I used the money I had there to help support my family. My daughter is right in that my mother did set some money aside for her.
$30,000, right?
Yes.
I have a letter here from your mom. I think that's the letter you had submitted before, right?
Yes, Your Honor.
Your mother, Mr. Wallace, created a high-yield savings account.
Yes.
in the amount of $30,000. It's meant to help you when the time goes to college or any other educational path, the things that you may need as you're growing up, that your father will help you manage the account. If you decide to go to college, he'll oversee the funds until you turn 18. If your path takes you in a different direction, he'll continue to manage it until you turn 21. But she emphasizes she hopes this money helps you for a comfortable life, right?
Yes, Your Honor.
Okay.
I would like to believe it was aimed towards, the 30 grand was aimed towards college, Your Honor.
Well, I'm just reading your grandmother's letter that she wrote to you, right? This is a copy of the letter that she sent to you?
Yes, Your Honor.
So I was just saying her own words. So it was, she says you hope, my hope that the time comes that you use it for college.
Yes, Your Honor.
Coming up on Justice for All.
But your daughter seems to believe that basically you took $24,000 and spent it on these trips.
That is what she's alleging today.
Yeah.
Yes, ma'am.
If you'll be in the Los Angeles area and want to bring your case to court, call 1-888-552-6878. You're watching Justice for All with Judge Cristina Perez. We're back with the case of Sinitra Wallace, who is suing her father, Charles Wallace, for civil theft.
Do you think your father mismanaged the funds that he spent in things for himself? Is that what you're trying to prove in the court?
Yes, Your Honor.
Do you have any evidence of that?
I do, Your Honor.
Okay. Tell me what evidence you're giving me and then give it to Cinder. Direct proof that he used the money from that high-yield savings account towards his benefit and not yours.
I have photos of him on vacation, many vacation expensive trips,
Okay.
and him gambling, photos of women that he had to be dating in expensive areas of the world.
Okay.
Soon after my fund was given to me.
Okay. And then this proves what to the court?
It proves to me that soon after I received those funds, I allegedly was meant to receive those funds. I have reason to believe, since he's the only person who has access to those funds, he spent most of that, the bulk majority of that money
So
on.
you're just putting two and two together?
Yes, Your Honor.
You have no direct proof?
No,
You're
Your
looking
Honor.
good there. Mr. Wallace, look very handsome.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Okay. You'd like to take trips
Yes.
with pretty ladies.
I like the ladies.
There's
the ladies like
nothing
me.
wrong with that. Believe me, there's nothing wrong with that. You do you, how you want to do you. But your daughter seems to believe that basically you took $24,000 and spent it on these trips.
That is what she's alleging today.
Yeah.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, so do you have proof to the contrary? She has no direct proof.
Yes, ma'am. I haven't read the letter from my mother that was given to my daughter. But I can tell you this. When the account was opened, when she was in her sophomore year of high school, I was on the account as the person who could also manage it along with my mother.
Okay.
When my mother opened the account, she told me about it. It's a separate conversation from what she had with Sinitra.
Okay.
Her conversation with me was this. Hey, Charles, I know you're raising your daughter by yourself because her mother wasn't helping. So, I'm sorry, Your Honor.
It's okay.
I was doing it by myself.
Okay. Did she say to use the
And-
money for what?
When she told me about the account, she said, you can use this and I'm gonna help you raise your daughter. You can use the $30,000 to do what she needs right now. So if there was a computer she had to get for class and I couldn't get it, I could use that.
Okay. All right. Makes sense.
When she had to go to these college trips, $4,000, $4,700.
College trips for what?
It was a foreign trip. It was France and
in Rome, you said at the beginning.
So
That was 4,000. Both trips were $4,700.
One was 4, one was more than 4.
Wow.
And
That's a lot of money.
my daughter deserves to be able to see the world, to be stronger, to be more well-rounded than I was. And I couldn't do that. I couldn't do that on my own.
Okay.
I opened the shop, and sometimes business is good, sometimes it's bad, but I wanted to be there for my daughter, and my mother wanted to help.
Okay.
So
do
with this $30,000, that was all the high school expenses. That was.
you have an itemized list? I know you gave me a copy, but if you have an original copy,
I
I can see.
have receipts, but not an itemized list, Your Honor.
Okay.
I'm sorry. There was $6,000 left after the expenses that were incurred for sophomore, junior, and senior year from that account. All the money that was drawn from it, that about $23,000 some odd dollars, was just for her education. With the $6,000 some odd dollars left, that was different because she's going to college. In high school, there's trips, there's sleepovers, there's whatever she needs to do. And that money comes in, the need for that money comes in so fast that when you're trying to meet those demands, you just need to be able to take it out the account and appropriate to where it needs to be. Okay. College is different because at that point in time, she's older, she's more self-sufficient, she has more of an idea of what she needs on a monthly basis instead of just day to day. So with that $6,000 some odd dollars, I put that in the 529 account.
Okay.
So that
the first year of college, did you pay for the first year of college?
No. Well, let me restate that. The 529 account, the funds there was what went directly to the tuition payment.
I see. So there's now no more money because you paid half of the tuition.
I paid the tuition for the first 2 semesters of her freshman year.
Okay.
So it was $3,000 one
semester,
$3,000
the
semester.
rest?
I paid for everything outstanding from that. I paid for.
So her first year of college was paid for essentially by you in a combo of these funds.
Yes. And then
how about
I
her
spent
second year? What's going to happen her second year? And her third and her fourth?
Yes. Through the matriculation process from high school to college, I admonished her, or I encouraged her to pick a local school so that way we wouldn't have to pay as much in tuition.
So she is in a local school that is less than $14,000 around there, $14,000 a year.
Yes.
Coming up.
You use that money for her sophomore year, her junior year, and her senior year.
Yes, ma'am.
So you used $24,000 in 3 years.
Yes, ma'am.
You're watching Justice for All with Judge Cristina Perez. We're back with the case of Sinitra Wallace, who is suing her father, Charles Wallace, for civil theft.
So let me ask you a very direct question.
Yes, ma'am. Yes, Your
okay?
Honor.
You're under oath. Did you use any of the $24,000 for yourself?
Not a dime.
So how long did you have this account for?
The account was opened the initial account opened by my mother was opened her sophomore year.
Of high school?
Yes, in high school.
Okay,
Sophomore year of high school.
I understand. So you used that money for her sophomore year, her junior year, and her senior year?
Yes, ma'am.
So you used $24,000 in 3 years?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. In cheerleading camps, extracurricular things? Proms, going to the trips?
Yes,
going
ma'am.
to the trips. What else did you use it for?
I would say it was like $19,700 went for the cheerleading camps. It's about $20,000.
They were that expensive?
Yes, ma'am.
Were you like on club cheerleading camps?
Yes, Your Honor. We won national competitions.
So you traveled throughout the U.S.?
Yes, Your Honor.
Wow. Sinatra, you might want to ask your father right now. I asked him, and I tend to believe him, if in 3 years you did cheerleading camp and traveled nationally to nationals, it was just a lot of money, right? So it's a very logical thing to conclude 3 years of club, the college trips, the 2 Europe trips, anything else that you needed, because at the end of the day, $30,000 is not that much, unfortunately. It sounds ridiculous to say, but it's not that much in today's economy. So for all of your high school, him using it to benefit towards you, it's logical for me to conclude that's where the money went.
Coming up.
All this type of lifestyle you started living only appeared after Grandma died. And I have reason to believe you didn't know about $30,000 until after she died. So tell me what's up.
You're watching Justice for All with Judge Cristina Perez. We're back with the case of Sinitra Wallace, who is suing her father, Charles Wallace, for civil theft.
You know, I can ask him, Mr. Wallace, how did you pay for your trips to go out with the pretty ladies? How did you pay for your cruises?
For backstory,
No, just tell me how you paid for it.
yes, ma'am. I pay for it out of my pocket at points in times. If a young lady had the idea of going out of town, sometimes she would pay for it. But it was all money that I had set aside for my own personal use. It wasn't going out. It wasn't taken away from the money for the light bill, for gas, for the $2,000 I spent on a car. I'm happy to do it, but I'm
Do you
just
have your
saying
own
that
car, Sinatra?
I do, Your Honor.
Did your dad give that to you?
He did, Your Honor.
Did you take the money out of the funds, or did you buy that for
I
him?
paid for that out of pocket.
Okay. Sinatra, do you want to ask your dad directly if he took that money?
Did you take that money out of my account? Because all this type of lifestyle you started living only appeared after Grandma died. And I have reason to believe you didn't know about that $30,000 until after she died. So tell me what's up.
I would never take money from you, baby. I mean that. I'm sorry that I put you in a place where you could even think that.
Can you explain to me where all that money went? Because you know that money was meant for me to go to college with.
Baby,
If we really were in a pinch like you said we were in, why are you using all that money to spend on that type of lifestyle? Why didn't you make that clear to me while I was in high school?
Was there ever a point where you said, oh, gosh, I need this? Or, gosh, I wish I had that?
There are many trips, as you said earlier. We traveled a lot for cheerleading. He became invisible all of a sudden. I had to spend time at friend's house. I'm all by myself. In those instances, I really needed
Well,
my
it sounds
father.
like this lawsuit's more than just about the $20,000.
Judge Perez's verdict when Justice for All returns. You're watching Justice for All with Judge Cristina Perez.
Somewhere it feels like you lost trust in your dad, and I can't figure that out, but this is your opportunity to fix it. But all I can tell you as a parent, you guys are expensive. And parents just do and figure out. You know, it sounds like you're more in a situation where you're concerned on how you're going to pay college next year. But I hope your dad will figure out a way to help you, whether you take out student loans and he helps you to figure out how you pay them. But give your dad a chance to help you. Don't just turn around and accuse him, because this is not the place to solve a family problem. And maybe, Mr. Wallace, you maybe need to do a better job at reminding your daughter that she's the priority in your life. I understand you work a lot, you take your trips, I get that. She's gonna grow up one day, graduate from college, she's not gonna be home. And then you're gonna say, I should have spent all that time with her, all right? So based on the evidence, however, I will deny the plaintiff's claim of $20,000. I wish you both good luck.
Judge Perez has ruled in favor of the defendant. The plaintiff's claim has been denied.
I'm so sorry.
This has been a production of Allen Media Group.